We start with judgment being reserved in the leadership dispute between Jabulani, Khumalo and Jacob Zuma. The two faced each other at the Electoral Court sitting in Johannesburg today. Khumalo wants the court to declare the Electoral Commission's recognition of Zuma as the leader of MK as unlawful. Meanwhile, outside court, Khumalo was attacked by supporters of Zuma. Karinda Jagmohan has been following proceedings. She joins us now. Karinda, good afternoon to you. What happened there today?
Well, good afternoon, Stephen. I'll start inside court where we saw the main argument by Jabulani Khumalo, who actually initiated this application. His argument revolves around a letter that was sent or emailed to the IEC, which states his resignation, handing over the reins to Jacob Zuma, the face of the party, essentially. But Khumalo says that this letter was sent by Duduzile Zuma Sabudla and that his signature was forged. These are his allegations to the court. He then, through his legal representative, said that the IEC failed to contact Khumalo as the leader of the party to verify this letter, and then further on failed to actually find the contact person as per the IEC's Regulation 9, which states that any changes within a political party relating to the elections in the IEC must be communicated by the party leader or the relevant contact person. And Khumalo says through his legal representatives that this never happened. But on the other side of this, Jacob Zuma's legal counsel denies these claims, saying that Khumalo knew the plan all along and that in fact he was never CC'd on that email sent to the IEC regarding his resignation because he knew all along. Advocate Dali Mpofu telling the court that he was in the room when Duduzile Zuma Sabudla sent that letter, emailed that letter. He also went on to say that Zuma Sabudla is now considering pursuing criminal charges regarding to defamation over the comments being made regarding the alleged forgery of Khumalo's signature. Now, while these arguments are happening, in the middle of this is the Electoral Commission, which Khumalo has also taken to court in this application, and they say that their statement or identification of Zuma as a leader on the ballot paper is not defining at all and is not actually linked to the intra-party issues that the MK party is currently experiencing. So these are the various arguments that are made in this court. Zuma's legal counsel also saying that the Electoral Court is not the right platform to have this argument, saying that it should actually look into a criminal issue, considering matters of forgery of signatures, among other things, are being discussed here. So judgment has been reserved here and a date is yet to be announced by the Electoral Court. But outside court, many MK members, Zuma supporters essentially, had gathered here, and as Jabulani Khumalo walked outside court down these stairs, a number of Zuma supporters ran after him. He had to be huddled with his bodyguards and bundled into his vehicle, and then items were thrown outside on his vehicle as well. So as that was happening, it happened over about 3 minutes with a number of Zuma supporters just trying to follow those vehicles as well. So Khumalo never really addressed the media, but of course we did see and showed you live the address by Jacob Zuma, who says that he is the rightful leader of the MK party, having garnered millions of votes throughout the country, and then referring to some of the issues he has had with the ANC, saying that he was never really seen by the ANC in terms of what he had to say, and as a result, along his way, he met a number of comrades, one of them being Jabulani Khumalo, who then he alluded to starting this party, the MK party, because he didn't want to be seen immediately as starting this party because the secret would be out too soon. He then went on to speak about some of the allegations around the IEC, which at this point are not verified, despite the MK party saying they have proof. The IEC has said they've determined and declared these elections as free and fair, but the MK party has presented a number of allegations as well. So that is really the crux of what happened today. And of course, we are now waiting for the Electoral Court to make a decision, which will of course have major consequences considering the large voter turnout the MK party saw with regards to their support. A new party just 1 year in the making, receiving 58 seats at the National Assembly. But at this point, the face of the party, Jacob Zuma, not being able to actually take any of those seats because of that constitutional Constitutional Court order, which says that he cannot hold any position in Parliament because he was convicted of 15-month jail term he received relating to a 2021 contempt of court matter that came up relating to state capture. Now, these are not related to what happened in the Electoral Court, but ultimately is what the MK party is going through, and we really have been watching them during these elections. So we are going to wait for judgment to be handed down, and we will communicate that date as soon as it is sent to us.
Karinda Jagmohan live on the steps of the High Court in Joburg.